Okay. Welcome everybody to the call. My name is Eric Johnson. I'm the creator and CEO of Teamzy. Really excited to be with you today. We're going to have a little bit of fun. So what I want to do is I'm going to take you through Teamzy. For those of you who haven't seen it, I'll take you through Teamzy. We'll show you how to set it up, how to use it, the best workflows for it. Okay. What we're going to talk about today, though, are two pieces. One is the system, the software that will make your life easy. Teamzy is designed so you can do all of your DMO in less than an hour a day. And I'll show you how to leverage your time to be mega efficient in this business. But you also need to know it's based on a system and philosophy called relationship marketing. And I'm going to teach you a little bit about that today as well. It's kind of a both and. You get to be organized. You get to get your work done quickly and efficiently. And you get to do it in a way that you can feel proud of. So you're never feeling like an icky salesperson or coming across pushy with your friends. It's the whole thing that's based on building relationships. It's also a system that's sustainable. You can do this 20, 30 years and still love it at the end of it. So let's jump right in. I've got a little presentation here, then we'll go into Teamzy. At the very end, though, we will do Q&A. So you can hold your questions till the end. I'll answer them. I'll stay on as long as you guys need me to answer questions. But I want you to know I'll keep you guys muted as we go. But just if you do feel like the spirit move you and you want to ask me something, that's okay. Just unmute for a quick second. But otherwise, we'll take them all at the end. Okay. This is my early morning voice. Where am I going? Here we go. So this is what I want to talk about first. How to leverage relationship marketing to become a power hour boss. Okay, a power hour boss. And that's what I want you guys to feel like. You can do this business in an hour a day. Just a little of my backstory for those of you who haven't met me. I did get to meet a few of you in Sacramento, which was really awesome. I come from a background of business coaching and consulting. I've been a professional business coach 16 years, helping people build their business, focusing on businesses based on relationships. I stumbled into network marketing for just a little over 4 years ago by accident. I found some products that helped me. They were life-changing for my health. And I started sharing them naturally just because I was excited about what I was doing. When I saw the business opportunity, I thought, wow, this is pretty cool. This is pretty amazing. You can have a business with no investment and build residual income. But I didn't have time. How many of you feel that pressure? You just don't really feel like you have time to do it, but you want to. So I took a look at it. As somebody who helps other people build their business, I said, you know what? If I could find the right tools to leverage my time, I could do this. I have an hour a day, and if I could be focused for that hour, I could do this. So I started looking for the tools that I assumed must exist for us. And as you guys know, the reason why you're here talking to me tonight, they didn't exist. There was just nothing out there for us. So I got some smart guys together and we built Teamzy. That's kind of how Teamzy happened. And it took off so quickly that we didn't really know what to do but to keep going with it. So just 3.5 years in, we've got over 80,000 people have used Teamzy. It's amazing. And then obviously you guys may or may not have heard, we've recently received the endorsement of Juice Plus Company here in North America. And so we're very excited to be partnered with Juice Plus. All right, so let's jump back to this story. So what is relationship marketing? What is relationship marketing? A lot of people think that this is just selling things to your friends. That's not what relationship marketing is. I need you guys to understand it is about a systematic approach to building relationships. Okay, but you need to understand at the outset that relationship marketing is a lead generation system. It's a lead generation system. That's a system that initiates consumer interest or inquiry into the products or services of a business. Why am I telling you this right now at the beginning of our call? I need you to have a mindset shift. See, you're not just salespeople, you're also business owners. And the first decision a business owner makes is which lead generation system will they employ to bring business in. Okay? I hope after today you choose relationship marketing. But you need to understand, Juice Plus is not your business. You're in the lead generation business. That's your business. You're in the lead generation business. You need to generate new leads. Okay? Now, here's the good news. The principle I want you to understand is that developing and deepening relationships is your paramount duty as a business owner. Developing and deepening relationships is your paramount duty as a business owner. So you generate leads so that you can build relationships with them. In other words, you meet people and build relationships with them. That's what the system is designed to do. Meet people and build relationships with them. Simple, simple. What we do with relationships, we turn them into advocates. So you meet people, build relationships with them, and turn them into advocates. We do that by investing time and providing outstanding service. We turn relationships into advocates. Listen, most people in our business are focused on getting a sale or getting a recruit. When you get an advocate, it's worth dozens. It's worth dozens. So the focus is on building advocates. Okay? You just think of it as growing an orchard. Each person, each relationship you have is a tree full of fruit, not one piece of fruit. Okay? All right. Principle here that I want you to get to. This is an important one. Relationship marketing depends on trust. Relationship marketing depends on trust. In other words, if you're a jerk, this ain't going to work. Okay? You've got to be honest. You've got to be authentic. You've got to be you. And every single thing you do, every single thing you say, everything you represent has to be congruent with that. A lot of the tactics that are taught in our industry, they're just downright disingenuous. And if anything that you're doing or anything you've been recommended to do doesn't feel right with you, don't do it. Relationship marketing depends on trust. Okay, now here's the good news. Trust makes the work fun, because if somebody trusts you even just a tiny bit, you don't have to sell them. You don't have to convince them. You get right to helping. Okay, you get right to helping them. Also, trust takes the ickiness from the sales process. No icky salesperson here when you've got trust. You don't ever have to worry about coming across that way. And you get to go for yes. You get to go for yes. As you're building trust, you're going for yeses. You're not throwing away no's. So many people in our industry teach you that when you get a no, you throw them away and keep going. No way. Of course they're going to say no. A reasonable person is going to say no the first time they hear about what you're doing. It's so different. How many of you said no at first? Totally. That's okay. You have to build trust. Okay? So how do you do it? How do you build trust? I'm going to share with you the 4 essential ingredients to building trust. Okay? If you're not taking notes yet, this is where you want to start. Number 1 is chemistry. Chemistry. I'm going to go through them quickly. Don't worry, I'll break them down and define them for you. Number 1 is chemistry. Number 2 is character. Okay? Character. The 3rd essential ingredient to building trust is competence. Competence. And the 4th is consistency. Chemistry, character, competence, consistency. All right, let's talk about chemistry. Chemistry is where you have common ground with someone. What is it about you they can relate to? Okay, chemistry is where you have common ground with someone. What is it about you they can relate to? Put simply, people would rather do business with a friend. Nobody wants to do business with someone they don't like. Right? So how do you do that? The first thing you want to do is don't divide. Don't divide. What do I mean by this? I mean, don't do things that are divisive. Don't do things that alienate people from you. Okay? The easiest place to not do this is on social media. Let me see your hands if you have strong opinions on things. I do. But I think about my business and I think about the people I can help with it. And I make sure that I don't express something that will drive somebody that I could help away from me. Make sense? So that's the first thing. Is your job now is to help as many people as you can. So find out where you have common ground and focus there. What do you have in common with people? Ask some questions, figure it out. Every single person in this world has something deeply in common with you. It's kind of amazing. All right, number 2, character. Character is when you demonstrate how much you care and that you're relatable. Character is when you demonstrate how much you care and that you're relatable. This is an important definition. I want you to see something about this definition of character. You don't actually have character. You don't have character. Character is something you do. It's an action. Character is an action. It's something you do. It's not something you have. And we all the time think that it's something we have. We get offended if someone questions our integrity. It's the wrong way to think about it. If somebody's questioning your integrity, you have to think to yourself, how have I not demonstrated my care for this person? Okay. And just like I was talking about chemistry, character is your business. It's everything. So everything you do in life is your business. The way you talk, the way you walk, the way you handle your customers, the way you put the cart back when you shop, the way you drive your car in traffic, politely or not. Those all demonstrate your character to the world, and they share your brand. Does this make sense? Character is huge. You have to demonstrate it every day. When you post on social media, does this demonstrate my care for my audience, or is this all about me? Okay. Does this make sense? Number 3 is competence. Remember, these are how do you build trust. Competence is when you demonstrate you're good at what you do and you're a business person. Competence is when you demonstrate you're good at what you do and you're a business person. I need to know before I become your customer, do you know what the heck you're talking about? Can you help me? Can you help me? Are you knowledgeable? Can you explain to me why this product's going to help me with the problem I've told you I have? Can you solve my problems for me? Are you confident? Okay. The second half of this is, are you a business person I trust to mentor me in the business? Do I want to join your team? I don't want to join your team unless I know you're competent. Make sense? 2 pieces of this, your product competence and your business competence. And you need to have both to get a customer, to get a recruit to your team. Now, for the people on this call who are new or new-ish, or newbies, as I like to say, but I'm getting old. My kids call them noobs. I think noobs is negative though, so we don't want to do that. For new people though, you don't have this yet. You have to work on getting it. That's your role, your job, your focus is working on becoming competent. Learn, get mentored. Now, but here's an important detail for new people. A lot of times you'll hear people say, if you're new, don't worry, you just fake it till you make it. Have you guys ever heard someone say that? Just fake it till you make it. I want to encourage you not to fake it because you don't need to. If you're new and you don't have the competence, you need to lean into the competence of your team. Lean into the competence of your upline. Let people know how incredibly qualified they are, how knowledgeable they are, how you have access to them. Okay? Any faking you do erodes the trust we're trying to build. You need to be real. Hey, I'm brand new, but I am part of this amazing team. Look at who I'm connected to. Does this make sense? And same thing when people are joining your team. Hey, join with me. We'll fast track together. We're going to plug into the training with this team. It's unbelievable. They bring in outside speakers they brought the Teamzy guy in. I mean, look at the training, the level of training. It's amazing. Lean into the competence of your team. But this is important too. You need to be demonstrating competence. Okay, you need to be demonstrating competence. So if you're new and you're learning, when you're posting on social, you should be sharing, hey, I just learned this today. This is amazing. Did you know that the body does this? Oh my gosh, look at what I just learned. Did you know that this plant, when you eat it, it does this to your liver? I don't know. Those are just examples. But start sharing the competence that you're building, okay, as you go. All right, quick principle on these, and then I'm going to go to the last one, which is consistency. When someone's going to do business with you, they only really care about 3 things. Can I trust you? Do you care about me? Are you good at what you do? Can I trust you? Do you care about me? Are you good at what you do? This is really important, guys. Juice Plus has an awesome product, but the product is not as important as these things. This is what they need to know. Okay. Now, you may not have this on day one. That's why we're working on how to build this. And when you get objections from people, the objections always come from these questions. Okay. I call these heart questions. You could call them subconscious questions. These are not vocalized questions. They're feelings people have. But when they give you a product objection or a price objection, I guarantee you, they're not sure. Can I trust you? Not sure if you care about them yet. So as we work on building the relationship, we work on answering these questions. All right, let's talk about consistency, number 4. Fourth ingredient to building trust, consistency. Let me see hands if you've got kids. Most everybody. Do you think it's important to be consistent when building trust with your kids? Yeah. I always say, I tell my kids, I go, I'm really glad that you are here for many reasons, but one of them is it helped me become a grown up because somebody else is depending on me. Your business is like that too. You got to be consistent if you want to build trust. It's the best way, the most effective way. People don't believe what the heck you're saying until they see you do it over and over again, right? Don't tell me, show me. I love this principle about consistency too, and that's this, that people respect consistency and desire it for themselves. People respect consistency and desire it for themselves. What this means is that consistency not only builds trust, but it attracts people to you. It has so many benefits to your business. As you become consistent, people will believe what you're saying, and they will want to be near you because everybody wants to be around it. We all wish we were more consistent. This principle, by the way, is from one of my favorite books, which I will recommend you all read. Well, those of you who want to be a leader in this business should read it. Hopefully that's everybody on the call. But this is the book. It's called The Influence and Psychology of Persuasion by Robert Cialdini. Put the title up there for you on the page. This is one of the chapters. People respect consistency and desire for themselves. How many of you have been told recently by somebody that you're inspiring them? They find you to be an inspiration. It's humbling, isn't it? This is what is inspiring. It's the consistency. They see you changing your life, literally doing new things consistently. Wow, look at you. Good on you. Look at what you're doing. It's inspiring them. It's your consistency. Here's the good news. It's hard to be consistent, true? But the easiest way to be consistent is when we're doing it for other people. That's why I mentioned being parents. It helps us be consistent. When you are building a business to help others, your consistency, you being consistent for yourself, is the number one driver of your business success. Okay. So quick question on this. Let me just see your faces for a second because I can only see 3 or 4 of you. How many of you are pretty consistent? You take your Juice Plus, you're consistent with that. Let me see that. Hands. Everybody I can see. That's good. Awesome. How many of you would say you're consistent sharers on social media? You're doing pretty well with that. Hey, that's pretty good. Good job, you guys. Awesome. That's a good start. Those are important, right? Because you have to lead from the front, and you have to be, I've heard many people use this phrase, be a product of your product, right? How many of you would say you're consistent with staying in touch with people that you know? Got a few of you. I got a couple of ringers though that I know are good Teamzy users. So I'm going to say, we're going to give you guys, you got the system now, it's helping you. Here's the thing I want you guys to understand. If you want to build relationships, and I believe that's the key to this business, you have to be in touch with people. Okay. You have to be in touch with people. A lot of us are really good at sharing on social media. A lot of us are really good. We're good with taking our products and living that lifestyle, but you got to be in touch with people. Okay. Relationship building is a contact sport. You have to be in regular contact. Here's what I will tell you. If you came to me and hired me as a consultant in your business, I would say building this business is easy. You just need to stay in regular contact with every single human being you know or have ever met and are meeting still. Right? And I know your time is scarce, which is why we have this system. I'm going to show you in a second, which lets you do it in just minutes a day. But here's the principle I want you to understand. And this is my last big principle, and then we're going to go into Teamzy and demo it. Investing time and connecting with people is the only way to deepen relationships. Investing time and connecting with people is the only way to deepen relationships. Okay? Did you get that one down? And I just want to give you a quick example on this, and then we'll jump into Teamzy. Just real fast. Let me just see the hands. Everyone who's ever received a great card from somebody, like a card or note for a special occasion or for no reason at all, and most of it was blank, and then that person that you care about wrote you a message. Hey, there's a card from me. That's nice. Got all the way there. But have you guys ever received a handwritten card that really moved you emotionally, that made you feel amazing? Let me see your hands. Okay. Quick question on this. After you received that card and you read it and you said, oh my gosh, it's so great. We just celebrated here in the States, we just celebrated Mother's Day yesterday. Right. And so it was just watching my wife open all these handmade cards from the kids one by one. I mean, it's amazing, right? So question I have for you is this. After you read that card, how many of you were able to just crumble it up and throw it in the trash? Oh, that was nice. And throw it in the trash. Anybody chuck those in the trash? Really? Even with Marie Kondo and the whole, Zen, destroy everything in your house trend, minimalism trend? No. We all keep those, don't we? How many of you have a special place for those cards, like a drawer or a special box or a crate or something where you keep them? Yeah. And then you move house and you go, oh, should I move these? But you can't bear to get rid of them, right? Okay, let me just say one more thing about this type of letter or card. When we die, it's often the most treasured thing we leave behind for our family, isn't it? Let me just see, how many of you own a card or a note from a loved one who's passed? You've kept it. Isn't that amazing? The lingering value that it has. One more thing on this. For those of you who have a secret stash of these, tonight after the call, go stick your hand in that stash in a random place in the middle of it and pull one out and read it. It'll have even a deeper impact this time than it had last time you read it. It's incredible. Now, here's another example. Happy birthday postcard. You ever get one of these? This one's from my life insurance salesman. I also sometimes get one of these from my dentist. Sometimes it's the same card. They must use the same service. Have you ever received one of these in the mail? Yeah. How many of you put these in a special place with those other letters, or does this one go right in the trash? Let me see hands for right in the trash. Is it nice that he sent me this? It's nice. And he probably gets a couple of upgrades on policies by doing it, right? Why is this not a special thing, and why does this not make me feel any closer to him in relationship? This does not fulfill the principle I just taught you. This took no time. There's no investment of time in this. Probably an assistant or a service does this for him, and it's not personal. It's bulk. There's no personal connection. There's no time invested. It has no value to me. The handwritten message has both of those things. It's personal, and it has an investment of time, the most valuable thing you have. You guys need to understand this, because this is the heart of the Teamzy system. When you invest time in somebody, I'm talking 2 seconds, it makes their day. It makes their day, because people aren't doing it. And we actually call it the make someone's day mindset. It's one of our hashtags. If I was wearing my Teamzy t-shirt, it's hashtagged on there. Hashtag make someone's day mindset. And that's where I want you to live. Not in the I got to sell my Juice Plus mindset, but in the I'm going to make someone's day mindset. That's where you need to live. And when you invest a couple seconds in people, it makes their day. No one else is doing this. Nobody's investing time in people. Okay? You don't have to write people handwritten notes all the time, though it should be something that you do in your business. You should make that part of your business. You should be writing those notes every once in a while. You notice Tamara held one up for me. I had some nice cards made with my corporate logo on them that I use for, get some of those. People will save it forever. But even just messaging somebody on Facebook, sending somebody a text message, it's a personal investment of time. Okay? You can do an amazing post on social media that gets a lot of likes and comments that might get you 2 or 3 people that are interested in learning more about Juice Plus. But what about the rest of the people? Why did they not respond? Because that is the equivalent of a really nice postcard. People will believe you mean it when you connect with them one-on-one. Make sense? And I'll show you how to do it so efficiently and easily in Teamzy. All right, so let's go get back in here. I think I've got one more slide, and then we'll get in there, and I'll show you how to do this. So that principle, again, investing time and connecting with people is the only way to deepen relationships, okay? So this is all great, and I could tell by your faces you like what you're hearing. You're like, yep, we dig this guy's philosophy, but you need a system. It's not enough to have philosophy. You got to have a system. This is a business we're building, okay? You need a systematic way to stay in contact with all your relationships. You need to know when to contact them and when not to contact them. In other words, you need something that just tells you, hey, do this today, so you don't have to plan or think, right? Otherwise, you spend all day planning, you don't get anything done. You need to know what to say so you can start a conversation and make someone's day without overthinking, without getting stuck in analysis paralysis, staring at your screen, wondering what the perfect message is. You'll get nothing done that way either. You just need to know what to say to get started, and make sure that nobody falls through the cracks. Make sure that nobody falls through the cracks. This is the biggest problem in our industry. 80% of the people who are interested fall through the cracks. And I'll explain that as I go tonight, and I'll teach you how to handle that, okay? So you need a system to do all this. We built it. I'm going to show it to you right now. It's called Teamzy. All right, let's get out of here and go to Teamzy real quick. Okay, so this is the Teamzy setup wizard. So if you're not already using Teamzy, here's what you need to do. You go to teamzy.com/JP, teamzy.com/JP, and start your free trial. We give you a free 30-day trial. It's free 100%. We do not ask for your credit card number, nothing weird. We don't care about that right now. We just want you to use it for a month and fall in love. Okay, so if you haven't already done that, teamzy.com/JP to start your free trial. Okay, now when you first log into your free trial, it's going to look like this. This is the first page of the setup wizard. This is designed for people like me who aren't real good with the technical stuff. I'm more of the talk to people stuff. It helps you set this thing up. Okay, so it walks you through it. So I'm going to take you through it really quick. This is a little video for me that we don't need to watch. You've got me live. All right, so you can sign up to get updates on Facebook Messenger, which I recommend. Why do I recommend you get updates on Facebook Messenger? Because you have 6,000 unopened emails. That's why, in your email box right now. And you ignore emails. So do that. All right, next. This is the first real thing we're going to do in the setup wizard. You're going to set your income goal. Okay. This is the amount of income you'd like to earn, like your annual income level, a year from now. Okay, so how much money would you like to be earning? And this is a slider. Depending on your goal, Teamzy will tell you what to do on a daily basis to hit that goal. Okay. Now, this was actually my goal when I started my business, was to make $150,000 a year. So that's where I'm going to set it up for today. And you can see Teamzy's telling me that if I want to get to that income level on a daily basis, I need to connect with 9 prospects, 6 customers, and 4 distributors on my team every day, 19 people. Okay. Now, if you're new and you have no customers and you have no distributors, or you have very few, then you're going to take those 19 and put it all on prospects for now. Okay, so don't worry about that. But that's what I need to do, is connect with 19 people a day. And I'm going to show you with Teamzy, that's like 15 minutes, right? Adrian, can you do that 15 minutes? Yeah, might be 30 for you if it's your first week, but then you'll get really fast at it. Let's hit continue. The next thing we're going to do. Oh, I was on this page too long. Okay, Teamzy. Okay, let's refresh this. Here we go. All right, the next thing we're going to do is we are going to get your contacts into Teamzy so that you can be organized, so it'll all be in one place. So there's no more looking for that pad of paper you can't find, the sticky notes that you stuck to the bathroom mirror with someone's name, right? How many of you do that kind of stuff? The backs of the envelopes, the bills come in. My wife writes everything on the backs of bills and envelopes. I'm like, can I get rid of this? Can I pay this? What do we need to do with it? It'll all be here. So you get your back office contacts in, you get your Facebook friends. You can import all your Facebook friends in Teamzy. Pretty cool. So that you're organized. You're not going through Messenger trying to think of who should I follow up with or who have I talked to. Okay, it's all in one place. And because Teamzy is cloud-based, you always have access. If you have a smartphone in your pocket, you've got access to Teamzy. You meet somebody at the grocery store, you don't need to write something down on a receipt. You open up your phone, put them in Teamzy right then. Okay, you'll be organized. So no more hunting and pecking. All right, so I'm going to skip this step, but these are little tutorials right here on how to do stuff, like how to get your Facebook friends into Teamzy, step-by-step tutorials that you can follow. But I want you guys to know that if you have any, and I'll skip this and show you one more thing. If you need any help, and if you're a self-help kind of person, you come over here to the Help Center in Teamzy, and everything you need is here. Tutorials, FAQs, videos, trainings. Okay, everything that you need to run Teamzy is here. But if you're not a self-help person, that's okay. We have A+ team of professionals who will help you. You click this little help button that floats on the bottom right, send a message to the team. They'll answer any question you have. If you need it, they will even get on a Zoom like this, one-on-one, and walk you through the system. They'll do everything for you if you need it. They can even take over your screen with your permission and put everything in your account for you. So those of you who are intimidated by the technology piece of it, don't worry about it. We've got that handled. Once you've got Teamzy set up though, it's going to make your life so easy. Make sense? Okay. So there's one more. So this is the Teamzy dashboard. I've got one more step for setup that I'm going to take you through. Now, when you're brand new, this little box will be open here and it has the steps you need to do as you go through this process of setting up teams. And you can see like I've got a few of these things done. But the next step that we need to do to set up Teamzy to really rock is we need to do this third one, which is rank and label contacts. Okay? We need to rank and label contacts. So the way we do that is you can just click that link, but you can also do it from the team page. We're going to do that on the team page. So if you look on the left navigation, the team page is where your whole database of relationships lives. Everybody's there. This is the Teamzy is a CRM, which is a customer relationship manager type of software. This is like your Rolodex, your electronic Rolodex. Everybody's here on the team page. You can see all my contacts are there. Okay. And I've got my lists. I can click on just my prospects or my customers or my distributors. Okay. Or everybody. Okay. Now, what we're going to do, this last step, is we're going to rank our contacts. Notice that when you look at Jana right there, you notice that she's got a 3 out of 5 stars next to her name. We're going to rank our people like we rank a pizza. Okay? Real simple. You laugh, but it's important. Here's the important principle behind this. You have to prioritize your relationships if you want to prioritize your time. You have to prioritize relationships if you want to prioritize time. Okay, for a couple reasons. One, you want to spend more time with your favorite people, right? And in relationship marketing, you should spend more time with the best people, the warmest people, the people who already have the most trust for you, okay? Because 80% of your business will come from the best 20% of your relationships. How many of you have heard of the 80-20 rule? 80% of your business will come from the best 20% of your relationships. So you need to talk to those people more often, okay? What the ranking system does is it allows Teamzy to automatically create your power hour list every day so that you're talking to the best people more often. If you don't do this, let's say you have 2,000 Facebook friends, which is kind of a typical number. If you don't do this, you might not get to those top 20% for 3-4 months. You won't even contact them once. So here's how this works. You can turn on rank mode to make it really easy to do from this little menu right here. Just toggle that on. And that turns on the 5-star for everybody. So now I can jam down my list. And if I want to change somebody's rank, I just click on it. That's all. Okay? I just click on it. Now, you don't actually have to rank everybody on your list because everybody starts as a 3-star and you're really looking for your 4- and 5-star people. So you can kind of scan your list and cherry pick it. Now, let me explain to you what these star rankings mean so you understand it better. A 5-star is somebody most likely, in your opinion, to become a customer or a distributor, okay? A 5-star is someone most likely to become a customer or a distributor, or they're already on your team and they're a rock star. They're your favorite people. These are your favorite people, your best friends, your closest family. They're 5 stars. They're going to show up on Teamzy automatically every 30 days. Every 30 days, 5-star people will come back. You'll get a reminder, hey, go make this person's day. 4-star is somebody that's likely to become a customer or distributor with a little bit of nurturing. Okay, these are the people that are already on your team that are solid performers. They're your good customers. These are your friends and family, not your closest circle, but your friends and family. 4-star people will show up on your list automatically every 60 days. They cycle back and through. Okay. 3 stars could go either way. You just don't know yet. A 3-star could go either way. This is why everyone starts as a 3-star by default, and this is why most of your list will remain 3-star. 3-star people show up on your list every 90 days, okay? So even the people that you're not that close to, you'll talk to 4 times a year using Teamzy. Make sense? Which is way better than you're probably doing right now, keeping in touch with those people, right? 2 stars are getting colder. That's every 120 days. More stars, more often. Less stars, less often. Make sense? This is so important. Okay. And a lot of people skip this because they say, oh, Eric, it's so overwhelming. I just don't want to spend that time right now to rank those people. I'm just going to go in and use Teamzy and rank as I go. I just want you guys to understand that that is the equivalent of moving into your dream home and never unpacking the kitchen. And every day when you want to go make dinner, you got to go rifle through boxes to get 2 plates, find the saucepan that you need, get the packing peanuts out of it, right? You know, and then you're like, I did it as I went. I've now got 2 plates in the cabinet and a saucepan out. Tomorrow you're starting up, you're looking for a knife. Does this make sense? So get the dishes unpacked so you can cook easily and quickly every day. All right. And you'll be getting much better results that way because you'll be able to talk to the people who already have more trust. If you think of your relationships like a beautiful orchard full of fruit trees, some trees already have fruit. Okay. And the others you need to nurture, you need to water and fertilize, and they will bear fruit, a lot of fruit, but not right away. So you have to be, so it's a cycle. It's like you go out every day, you water all your trees, and then you get the fruit, the low-hanging fruit at the same time. Does this make sense? Okay. I know I've got too many analogies. It's all good though. Okay, so now we're ready to do Teamzy. Let's go in here and do a power hour together. You ready? So a couple things I want to show you on the dashboard, and I'm going to dive into this. The today's activities section right here, these are the goals that we set and set up. So you can, based on my income goal, I'm going to do 9 prospects, 6 customers, 4 distributors. Those are just make someone's day connects. That's it. I'm just trying to make their day. I'm not trying to sell them or recruit them. I'm just trying to make their day and start a conversation. The next goal here are invites. Okay. An invite is when I'm actually going to invite somebody to join my team. I'm going to invite somebody to buy the products. I'm going to invite them to an event where I'm going to present the business opportunity. An invite is specific to building my business. I've got a goal of doing 3 of those today. So I'm going to talk to 19 people. My goal is to invite 3 to the business. Why is that? Because I'm not going to invite people to a solution to a problem that they don't know they have yet. I need to have a conversation. I need to find out where they're at. I need to help them. Make sense? And then the last goal here are ads. These are just a goal to add new people to Teamzy every day. Just to add new people to Teamzy every day. You got to get in that habit. Whether it's somebody you know already that you hadn't thought of, or whether you're meeting new people, you got to be adding new people to Teamzy. Okay? Going back to our analogy of our farming and our planting and sowing, adding new people is like getting seed that you can sow. Okay. And when you add people, just a little side note on relationship marketing, when you add a new person to Teamzy, it's not because, dang it, I'm going to sell Juice Plus to this person this week. Yes. No, you're excited to add people just because you met somebody, just because you have a new relationship. Every relationship you nurture could become an advocate, which could mean dozens of new people to your business. Okay. I met somebody new is the victory because it's worth more than a sale. All right, now we're ready to do our power hour. See where it says power hour here in the middle? Here's the power hour section. We're going to crush this together. This is set up and designed to make you super efficient and fast. The power hour gives me 4 lists: prospects, customers, distributors, and my follow-ups. Okay, 4 lists. Each list gives me 5 names at a time so that I can't get overwhelmed, so that I stay focused. Remember, everybody lives on the team page. But this page just gives me 5 at a time so that I can stay focused. Okay, on the right-hand side is where I log the information as I go, okay? So that I don't have to go back later and do homework. Who likes to go log stuff in a system later? Do it as you go. Now, this also lives on mobile, so I could be doing this on my phone the same way, okay? So you don't have to be home to do this in front of a computer. You can be in your car dropping your kids off at school, hopefully parked and waiting as you're doing this. Okay. First person on my list tomorrow. I'm going to connect with her. I like to use Facebook Messenger to connect with people because I find the response rate is best, but you can connect however you like. Okay. That's just what I'm going to demonstrate. So you can see right here up in my browser window, I have Facebook open on another page. So I'm ready to connect. This is where I used to get stuck though. Okay. I'm going to connect with her. Great. What the heck am I going to say? Do any of you get stuck here? How many of you would go read her entire Facebook page for 10 minutes before sending that message so that you customize it just perfectly? Let me see your hands. Yeah, how many connects would you do in a power hour that way? Here's what I want you to know. You don't need to overthink this. It needs to be simple. Will I go to her page while I'm having an actual conversation with her? Of course. But you know, it's about a 50% chance she won't respond today. So that would have been wasted time. So don't overthink it. I actually put these scripts in Teamzy for you to make this simple. See right here in the box where I'm hovering where it says scripts, you click on that, get a quick connect script. These work amazingly well. And you just use this. Look, here's my first script, connect number 1. Hi, Jane, just stopping by to say hello. How are you? I hope your day is awesome. So you copy that script. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to paste it in here and edit it. Now, if you wouldn't talk like this, you can change it a little bit. That's fine, but don't overthink it. Put the name in correctly. This is how I talk, obviously, because this is my thing. You know what's funny is I've had people tell me, I find myself saying the word awesome all the time now, Eric, because of Teamzy. I just think of everything that way. Look, I've got a couple of emoticons. Now I've got this message just the way I want it. Okay? It's set up just to make her day. She's going to get this message and smile. There's no way she cannot. And that's all I care about. So now I've got it just the way I want it. I'm actually going to copy this because I need to send it in Facebook. Facebook requires that you send your messages there. There she is. See how quick and easy this is? Just paste that in there. Send. Okay, that's done. Now I log it in Teamzy. The way you log a connect is you see this big blue button that says log connect. That's how you do it. It's logged. Look, now I've got 1 done. My list has moved up. Next person on my list is Jay. For sake of efficiency, I'm just going to send the same message and change the name. I just pasted it there because it's already in my clipboard. Wait, her name's not Jane. It's Jay. Hi, Jay. Just stopped by to say hello. Hope your day's awesome. I'm going to do the same thing. Watch how quick and easy this is. She's going to say, why are you messaging me at 5 a.m.? No, she won't. Guess what, you guys? I did my power hour every day at 5 a.m. That's the only time I could do it. I have 4 kids every day. Now watch how easy this is. Log connect. Look, 2 done. Next person up is Christine. Christine, are you on this call? She's going to be engaged right now when I send her this message. It's not 5 a.m. where you guys are, so I don't worry about it all. She's going to go, why are you sending me this? Oh, you're doing a presentation. Look, see how easy this is? Look, I've got it all set up. Let me do it right here. Boom. There she is, fit, fearless, and free. Wait, I don't want to get notifications. This is what I want, send message. Do you guys see how easy this is? Look how easy this is. Now, a couple things real quick. I did 3 in less than a minute while talking about it. Done. 3 done, 6 left. You're going to keep going down your list on prospects until this circle is complete and you've hit your goal for the day. Couple of little pro tips. Some people will respond right away, and I don't want you to run off and have the conversation with them yet. Get all the messages out first, okay? And if you're going quickly, it'll only be 10, 15 minutes before you can get back to those conversations. But if you jump on those conversations immediately, you'll probably not finish your power hour, okay? And that's the surest way to not have a full pipeline is to not complete your power hour on a consistent basis. So make sure that you get all your messages out before you answer. The second pro tip is this. About half the people won't respond. Actually, if you're getting 50% response rate, that is amazing. That's amazing good. I don't want you to think about the people who don't respond. Don't worry about them at all. Why? Because they're in Teamzy. They're going to come back automatically. And a lot of people will take 2 or 3 or 4 connects before they respond. Okay? Even the people who you still made their day might not respond because it just came in at a moment where they couldn't respond. Don't worry about them. You're going to be really busy with the people who are responding. Okay? And again, Teamzy won't drop those people. You'll come back to them. But good things happen every time you send one of these messages. People will smile. People will look at your Facebook page. They will be more engaged with you as you do this. Does this make sense? So when this circle's blue and I'm done connecting with prospects for today, I'm going to toggle to the next list, which is customers. Now I'm going to connect with my customers the same way. Again, guys, I have scripts for you. You don't have to be good at this. Just go to the scripts and lean on them. So let's grab one for Abigail. Okay. How about this one? Hi, John. How are you enjoying the products? Please send me an update. Let me know I could be of help. Obviously, change the products to what she's actually enjoying, right? Change the name. You see how easy this is, though? Look, this is my favorite one, though, for your customers. Hi, Jane. Just checking in to see if there's anything I can do to make your day. Okay. Just checking in to see if there's anything I can do to make your day. You guys see how easy that is? Change the name. You don't have to do the step of putting it in Teamzy first. You can go right to your messaging, but I like to do it here so that I make sure I have the name right and everything before I send it. So right, that's all ready to go. I go to Facebook, I'd send it and log it here. And you're going to connect with your customers the same way. See that circle starting to fill up. Now, just really quick on this. How many of you just kind of wish you were better at staying in touch with customers? Everybody feels that way. Do you see how easy this is going to make it now to stay in touch with them? A couple things I want to teach you on this. One is you don't need a complicated follow-up program for customers. Just stay in touch on a regular basis. Just be present. Okay? That's all you need to do. And if you're doing that, you're better. Like a lot of people will teach a complicated system. The problem is it's not duplicatable because very few people stick to it. If you just do something simple like this, put all your customers in and stay in every day, touch a few of them, you'll be in touch with everybody. But some magical things happen when you're in touch with your customers on a regular basis. One, you feel great about your business. You feel like you're in control of your business because you're providing good service. Wouldn't that feel good? Yeah. But a couple really beneficial things happen. Number two is when you're in regular contact with your customers, okay, and this is a statistical fact, they order more products and they retain longer. Does that sound like a good thing? Yeah, so when you're in regular contact with your customers, they order more products and they retain longer. Not because you sold them hard or because you pitched them the new products, just because you're in touch. Okay? I think of it like this. How many of you have ever had a great meal at a really nice restaurant? Did you have good service? And when you have good service at a nice restaurant, do you notice what all of those experiences had in common? The server is present. The server touches back and checks in with you regularly to make sure you're doing okay, to see if you need anything. And what happens? Oh yeah, I'll take another drink. Yes, please. I would like dessert. Imagine if you went and had an amazing experience at a restaurant. It was beautiful, gorgeous. The service was impeccable. The food came and it was absolutely amazing, and you never saw your server again. They dropped the food and then disappeared. Right? It's hard to enjoy that. It's hard to add to your order. So just be present and you will see volume go up and retention improve. Okay? Now, tomorrow, I would like you to actually, now that we've had this call, I would like you to actually track your volume over the next 45 days and let me know if you see a spike just because people are trying out Teamzy. You'll see. Now, the third thing that will happen is this. And this is the best thing. How many of you have at least one customer that you think is pretty awesome and you'd like more people like that? The good news is if you do this system right and you have one customer, you have all you need to build a huge business. Why is that? The best source for a new customer is your current customer. Okay? The best source for a new customer is your current customer. There's no better place. Oh, but Eric, I saw this ad for this Instagram training. Yeah, that's all well and good, but the customer you have is your best customer. Think about this. What do people do when they like something? They tell everybody about it, right? That's what we do. It's hardwired for us to share. I think this is why human beings are still here. Don't eat that. That's poisonous. This is delicious. Eat this, right? We teach each other what's good. Your customers right now are telling other people about Juice Plus. Think about that for a second. They are talking to people about Juice Plus right now. Okay? So here's another stat for you. 82% of people say they make purchasing decisions based on the recommendation of a friend. 82% of people say they make purchasing decisions based on the recommendation of a friend. Your customers are talking to their friends about Juice Plus now. The question is, are you in contact with your customers? Are you getting introduced to those friends? Are you getting introduced to those friends? Because you will find that people will Google and find a way to purchase these products based on the recommendation of their friend. They don't know about you. Does it make sense? So you need to be in regular contact with your customers. You need to let them know. If you come across people that need help with this, please introduce them to me so I can get them information. Please introduce me to the people you're talking to so I can help them. Okay? Did you notice I used the word introduce me? Don't ever ask somebody to refer you or recommend you to their friends. Ask them to introduce you. Asking somebody to refer you is like driving down the road and throwing business cards out the window and hoping the right person catches it. Okay? Ask them to introduce you. Hey, introduce me. Just real quick. Group chat, group text. Just connect us and I'll get them some more information. Okay? Incidentally, without beating the drum too hard, this is a great way to find new reps for your business. Because when you have a customer who loves the products and now introduces you to 2 or 3 of their friends, guess what? Maybe you should think about being a rep. Have you ever thought of that? I can line up these 3 friends under you and we can get you started. Let's talk. Let's have a coffee. Let's talk more about it. Okay? All right. So stay in touch with your customers. Teamzy makes it so easy. You just go down your list every day and connect. Stay in touch. Connect. Okay? Well, one last little tip on customers. Inactive or canceled customers are still customers. Treat a customer as a customer for life. Okay? Treat a customer as a customer for life. Never stop connecting with them just because they're not active. Just because somebody has a few jars of Juice Plus on their shelf and so they cancel their order, that doesn't mean they've canceled the relationship, right? If the back office says they're inactive and takes them off, that doesn't mean anything to you. Keep them in Teamzy, stay in touch with them. You with me? Okay. When you need to make, just as a little side note, when you when you need to make bonus, when you need to qualify and you're like, I've done everything this month, it's those inactive customers that always come through. You go back to them. They've already trusted you. They've already shared treasure with you for your products. They already like you. Like those are the easiest people to go back to. So don't throw them away. Treat them as gold. You with me? Okay. The last piece here is our distributors. The next list, we're going to connect with our distributors. It's called Teamzy. It's about building a team. It's about building family. People need to hear from you. As your team grows, yeah, it's great to have a Facebook group. It's great to do live Zooms. People need to hear from you personally. This is the same thing as the postcard and the beautiful card. They need that personal connection from you. It only takes a second, but it makes people say big time to get a text or to get a Voxer or to get a whatever you guys are using to connect with each other. Just a little, hey, I was thinking about you today. Is there anything I can do to support you in the business today? I just wanted to encourage you today. Hey, I hope you're having a great day. Those little things make the difference. And people are not money motivated. People are relationship motivated. And so 2 things happen. If you want to build a successful team, you need to have people stick with it. If you want to help people be successful, they need a good reason to stick with it. Building that relationship serves both purposes. Okay? You help people and you help yourself. Connect with people every day on Teamzy. Now, the last list are follow-ups. The 4th list are follow-ups. So you've connected with your prospects, your customers, your distributors. Our goal in this example was 19 connects. If I wasn't talking so much, we'd been done in 15 minutes. Make sense? Now I need to go work my follow-ups list. See, we were just connecting, not following up. Now we're going to follow up with people, but there's nobody here. My list is empty. How do people get on the follow-ups list? The follow-ups list in Teamzy is not automatic. You have to assign people to it. Okay, you have to assign people to it. So the way this is designed to work is that when you invite people to the business, you then put them on your follow-ups list. So we're just having conversations, warming people up, building trust. When there's an opportunity, when we uncover some interest, we invite them and then put them on our follow-ups list. Now we're going to follow up like a pro. Let me give you an example. So I messaged Tamara. We're having a great conversation, catching up, just catching up. What have you been up to? We haven't talked since high school. Oh my gosh, what's going on? Right? Tell me about all the exciting things you've been doing. Tell me about your family. We're catching up. I'm catching her up on what I'm doing. Just having a conversation. The goal in that conversation is to help her in some way. I just want to help her in some way. I'm looking for some sort of need I can fill, right? Maybe it's encouragement. Maybe she needs a recommendation. Maybe she's got a leaky roof and she needs a roofer to help fix it. And I know somebody great. I don't know. Maybe she's, maybe I can send her an article that would be interesting to her. I'm looking for a way to help her in some way. It doesn't have to have anything to do with Juice Plus. Okay. I'm just having a conversation with her, especially if you're reconnecting to somebody after a long time of not talking to them. But what happens is she's going to tell me what she's doing. She's going to tell me about her career. She's going to tell me about her family. That's what people do when they have a conversation like this, right? And what am I going to do? I'm going to do the same thing. Oh my gosh, I've, married 11 years, 4 kids. It's been amazing. I actually quit my job 3 years ago. I have my own business now, work from home. It's amazing. I'm going to tell her what I do. Okay. And this is how I do it. Just want you guys to get this principle. Share what you do and why you're passionate about it. Share what you do and why you're passionate about it. Okay. Share what you do and why you're passionate about it. I meet so many people that they want to share their career job instead of their Juice Plus business. That's nice, but you need to just mention that and then talk about what you're actually passionate about, which is your Juice Plus business. Okay, what you do and why you're passionate about it. And I look at it like this: not that I sell Juice Plus, but what are the problems you solve? What's the problem you solve? Do you help people with being overweight? Do you help people with energy? Do you help people with anxiety? What's your story? Did you have thyroid issues and now you don't, and now you're excited to help other people? Like, put your story into it. Okay. In my case, it was losing weight. I lost 68 pounds. I used to tell people, I recently lost 68 pounds. They go, wow, that's amazing, Eric. And I say, yeah. And it's changed my life. And so I feel such a passionate desire to help other people do it now that it's become a career for me. Wow, that's so cool. That's how I share what I did and why I'm passionate with it. I help people get healthy. Do you know anybody that needs, maybe you're interested in learning more, but I mean, do you know anybody who needs to work on their fitness, get healthy, lose weight, or, work on any of these things? Do you know anybody like that? Do you see what I mean, guys? So you need to share your passion, what you do and why you're passionate about it. Now, as I'm talking to Tamara, she's like, wow, that's really cool. So you don't have a job? No, this supports my family. Wow, that's really neat. So as we're talking about it, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask her, just in the conversation, I'm just going to ask her, would you like to learn more about what I'm doing? Would you like some more information? Are you interested in learning more? That's it. If you didn't write that one down because it sounded too simple, just write it down. Would you like to learn more about what I'm doing? Are you interested in learning more? Would you like some more information? There's 3 ways you can ask it. Simple. Okay. And she says, yeah, sure. I guess so. I'll learn some more. Great. Now I'm going to invite her to something. I'm going to invite her. She's shown me like, yes, I would like to learn a little bit. Now I'm going to invite her. Super simple. Okay. And depending on the conversation, I'm going to invite her to where I feel like she's interested. If she's really interested in the product, I'm going to invite her to learn more about the product and to purchase some. Okay. If she sounds like the business opportunity could be life-changing for her, could give her the freedom she yearns for, which so many of us, that's what we want, is freedom, right? Then I'm going to say, let's talk about the business. And I'm going to invite her to something appropriate like that. Maybe I'll invite her to coffee. Maybe I'll invite her to a virtual event on Facebook that the team's doing. Do you guys do those? Yeah. So she can go in her pajamas. And in our case, me being a man and her being a woman, she doesn't think I'm hitting on her. She can go to this event. She can learn, right? Feel safe, that whole thing. Does this make sense? So let me show you how to invite her in Teamzy and put her on my follow-ups list. And then I'll give you just real quick what to say when she says, no, I'm not interested in that. Go away, you weirdo. Okay, so now I'm going to invite her. So let's say, okay, Tamara, great, perfect. If you'd like to learn more, I think this business could be great for you. Let's get you some information so that you can see if it's a good fit for you. My team's doing this event on Facebook tonight. Are you going to be around tonight? Perfect. You can do this from home. You can be in pajamas. I'll send you the link. You tune in. She goes, oh, that sounds perfect. Great. I'm going to send you that link right now, and I'll connect with you tomorrow and see what questions you may have. She says, perfect, Eric. So how do I do that in Teamzy? First off, when I go to my dashboard, you notice she's no longer on the dashboard. She's gone. So I just need to look her up in this lookup bar at the top. Okay, that brings me to her full record on the team page. So now what I'll do here is I'm going to open the connect box just like on the dashboard. But first I want to log the invite. So see right here on the bottom left where it says invite. I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to just pick an appropriate invite type. Let's call this business opportunity meeting. Okay, so now Teamzy now knows this is an invite, not a connect. And I'm just going to put a little note. This is a Facebook Live event. Okay. Now, I want you guys to notice, as I send her this link, notice right here this little yellow calendar turned on. This is my follow-ups list. So as soon as I log that invite, Teamzy put her on my follow-ups list just in case I forget. But I can click on that, and I can change the follow-up to any date in the future. I can go to a custom date, right? I can go any date in the future. Okay? But I'm going to actually set this for tomorrow because that's what I told her. Now, my first tip on following up is this. Tell them you'll follow up and when. Put it in Teamzy and do it. When you tell them you'll follow up and you do it when you say you will, that's your first deposit in the trust account. Does this make sense? All right, so now I'm going to log this connect, which is actually an invite. You can see now the follow-up is set on her record. When I go to my dashboard, two cool things happen. One, it logged it as an invite. And two, she's now on my follow-ups list for tomorrow. So my power hour, as you build this follow-ups list, as you fill the pipeline with people who are interested in learning more, you've got your prospects just connecting, making their day. Customers just connecting, staying in touch, making their day. Distributors, same thing. Then you get to your follow-ups. This is your list of people who are interested in the business, and you're going to now follow up like a pro with them. You are going to show them what a professional you are. Okay, now real quick, as I show you, well, let me just show you how to do the follow-up, and then I'll explain to you why it's so important. So when I get to my follow-ups list tomorrow, and I see that tomorrow's due, I'm going to go to my scripts again. Seriously, guys, I've made this so easy for you. I've got 10 follow-up scripts in order in Teamzy. Just use them, okay? So I'm going to grab this follow-up script number 1. There it is right there, follow-up number 1. Hi, Jane, just checking in like I promised I would. What questions do you have for me? Copy that script. Super easy. Once you get into this, by the way, you can do this stuff so fast. You're just like, okay. Just checking in like I promised I would. What questions do you have for me? We're going to send her that message in Facebook. Okay. So this is, you send a follow-up the same way. It's just a message. Boom, sent. Okay. Message is sent. Now I'm going to log it in Teamzy. Make sure before you hit log connect, you set a new follow-up. She needs to stay on my follow-ups list basically forever until she converts. I'm going to explain that in a second. So I'm going to set it again. Let's say in 2 days from now, I'm going to set it for now, that, and then log it. So now she's still on my follow-ups list, due again on Wednesday. Okay. Now let me talk to you guys about this real quick. Was that easy? Super easy. You don't have to remember, oh, who am I supposed to follow up with? Second you're supposed to set it, you set it, forget it. You just come to Teamzy, and you can come to Teamzy, not even know your name. Like you wake up like I did at 3:30 in the morning to get ready for a call, turn on Teamzy, and it's like, connect with that person, done. Follow up with that person, done. You don't even have to be able to speak yet, right? Pretty cool. Okay, so here's what you guys need to understand. 20% of the people that say they're interested, they will convert pretty quickly within 3 follow-ups. Only 20%. Okay. The statistic I want you guys to write down is this: 80% of all sales happen between the 7th and 10th follow-up. 80% of all sales happen between the 7th and 10th follow-up. How many of you are excited about having to follow up 10 times? Anybody? Nobody is. Most people will not follow up more than 3, maybe 4 times. Is that true? Would you guys say that's fair? And the main reason, well, there's 2 reasons why. The main reason, though, that you'll admit to is that you just feel like you're being annoying. How many of you don't want to be a pest? Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to teach you right now how to not be annoying when you follow up. Okay, I'm going to teach you the principles. But if you just use my scripts in Teamzy, they already follow these principles. You don't have to think. You can get up, like I said, 3 in the morning, send, and it'll work. But before we do that, I just want to talk to you about following up real quick. Just by show of hands, how many of you are in this business because you truly feel like you can help people and change lives with this business? Let me see your hands. I just want to see who my people are. Wow, every single one of you? Okay, good. That's great. Every single one of you. I'm really proud of you guys. You guys are good people. You're in the right place. No wonder you're still listening to me. Okay. Here's what I want you to understand. I'm going to say the same statistic differently. 80% of the people you could help, you won't help unless you follow up 7 to 10 times. Doesn't matter how good Juice Plus is. If they never buy the product, it's not going to help them. If they never join the business, it's not going to give them the freedom that they want. It's not going to help them unless you follow up enough. So you guys need to understand something. Following up is not being a pest. Following up is an act of love. Following up is an act of love. Write that down. And when you follow up the right way and consistently, people receive that and they will thank you. Thank you so much for following up. Oh my gosh, thank you, thank you, thank you. When you give up on somebody after 3 or 4 follow-ups, just How many of you have been there? Somebody's excited. They're excited. You get on the team call and you're like, guys, I got one. She's going to be amazing. She's going to be a rep. This is it. She's going to be a builder. She's going to run all the way to the finish line. And everybody's like, oh, good job. And then you follow up, crickets. Do you guys say crickets? When there's nothing, no response, that's something we say, crickets. When you hear nothing but crickets. A couple days later, follow up again, nothing. Follow up again, nothing. Follow up again, no response. Now you're confused. I thought she was excited. What the heck is happening? Your team's like, how's that new rep doing? You're like, she never responded. And then what happens is you have the need to justify it. I think it's the money. I think she's broke. I met her husband at the grocery store. He's kind of a jerk. I bet he's overbearing and not letting her do it. Non-supportive husband, You start creating all these things that are happening. It's all fiction. You're creating it. Here's what's really happening, guys. Just want you to know. The vast majority of people won't respond at all to the first 5 or 6 follow-ups. Okay, just let that sink in. The vast majority of people that are enthusiastic, that are excited, that want to get on mission with you, they will not respond to the first 5 or 6 messages. This is human psychology. Okay? First off, your message never comes at the right moment. It's like they get the message and they're like, oh yeah. As soon as, is the baby throwing up on the dog? I got to go. Right? You're driving, you get the message. I can't respond right now. Whatever is happening, their life is happening amidst your messages. Does this make sense? Their life is happening. This is why when you stay with them through their life happening, they are so appreciative and they feel the love because they feel bad about the fact that they have blown you off all these times. But they've also felt like your priority was lower than what was happening in their life at that time. And that's okay too. Does this make sense? So you guys just need to understand that what happens is eventually they will respond and they will apologize and they will thank you for following up. Now, how do you do it without being annoying? You ready? I'm going to teach you right now 2 principles. First principle is this. When you follow up with somebody, again, just to draw the distinction, I'm not talking about connecting with people. Connecting with people, we're going to do all day long in Teamzy to make their day. Following up is following up on somebody who's been interested. When you're following up with somebody, never ask them to do anything. Never ask them to do anything because that's annoying. They do not even have to respond to your message. Don't ask them to call you. Don't ask them to respond. If you're hosting an event, don't ask for their RSVP. Don't ask for anything. Okay, that's the first rule. You're just connecting. It's kind of like the impetus is on you to keep connecting, not on them to respond. Okay? The number 2 principle is this. Your follow-up needs to be, they need to be able to read it. They need to be able to read it. I like Facebook Messenger or text message, okay? For those of you who are heavy-duty Instagram users, you could message them on Instagram, but it needs to be read. It has to be read. No voice messages, no video messages. Now, you can send people voice messages, but I'm talking about a follow-up, okay? Not a connect. Why is it so important they can read it? Because here's what happens. They get the message almost always at a time when they cannot respond to it, or they feel like they can't respond to it. You're driving your car. Your 2-year-old's crawling up your leg. Whatever is happening, you still have this deep desire to see it, don't you? Don't you guys still want to look at your phone and just know what it says? We all do. And so what I want you to do is you keep it short. That's the other piece. Written and short so that I can glance at it. Look, I got one from Christine. Are you Teamsing me right now? Haha. Right? I got the message from her and I can read it on my phone without opening it. Do you think I'm going to respond to her right now while I'm talking to you guys? No way. So I'm not going to open it because I don't want her to know I saw it yet. She's going to go, why isn't he responding to me? Do you guys do the same thing? Your people don't want to open your messages, not because they don't want to open your messages, but because they don't want to respond right now and they don't want to look like a jerk. So you make it easy on them by letting them see the whole message. So as soon as the message is sent, they get the message. You don't ask them to do anything. They don't have to call you back. If you sent them a voice message, now I just want you guys to know, people send me voice messages all the time. And it irritates me a little bit, always. because I can't listen to it right now. I have 4 kids. My youngest is 2.5. For some reason, that tiny human is the loudest human being on the planet. She's so loud. I mean, I call it enthusiasm, but you cannot hear a thing. And if you try to listen, you ever notice how many of you have small kids? Do you notice that when you put your phone like this, they come out of the woodwork? The kids come from nowhere, like the volume goes up because now they're competing against their biggest nemesis, which is our smartphones. So a voice message is hard because I can't listen to it until the kids are in bed. So it's like I got to remember at 10 o'clock at night to listen to the voice message. Does it make sense? Whereas if I can see it, it's there. Now, here's what you want to do with your follow-ups. Every day they get this quick message. Not every day. I'm sorry. I shouldn't say that. I know some of you are literal. So as you're following up, it might be every few days, might be every week. I don't know. Depending, use your gut on how often you're following up with people based on their interests. But every time they get the follow-up message, you just want them to see it. You want them to, when they read it, they will reconnect to the emotion they felt with you when they talked about the business, even if it's for a split second before they're distracted. The more you can connect them back to that emotion and let them know you're present, the closer you'll get to them responding. And typically it's around like 6, 7 follow-ups. I just want you guys to know that before you get your first response from most people. And they will say, thank you so much for staying in touch with me. I really appreciate it. By the way, when you show your care like this, again, consistently, these people are much more likely to bring their friends to you because they are so taken aback by your level of care. Okay? So put them on your follow-ups list and keep them there. I had people on my follow-ups list for a year in some cases that ended up joining the team. Okay? And then they understand. The good news is the people who take forever to join the team, how many of you were that person? Let me just see you, be honest. You guys understand that it takes a long time sometimes to nurture a relationship, so you'll stick with them. That's the good news. So my encouragement to you is those people that take forever to join the team, they already have some understanding of what kind of follow-up needs to look like because they had to go through that themselves. But here's what will happen if you fail to follow up. Not only does it not demonstrate the care you want. How many of you have had somebody that was interested and they didn't respond and then they ended up joining another team? Has that happened to you? That's what happened. Somebody picked up where you left off. You moved on and they just weren't ready yet. And when they were ready, you weren't around. So they went with somebody else. That's all. Okay. Happens all the time. So you just got to keep staying with people, keep letting them know that you're there. They should be so loyal to you that they would never think of being with somebody else. Okay. Because of your care. All right. I know I'm kind of going off on stuff. Let's finish this up. So now I've been connecting and following up with Tamara. And the way I'm going to do it every time I follow up with her, by the way, is I just go to my scripts. Okay. And I want you guys to see this. Follow-up number 2, follow-up number 3, follow-up number 4, follow-up number 5, follow-up number 6. Do you guys see how easy this is? And every time I send her a follow-up, I'll just send her the next one, follow-up number 7. Okay. Follow-up number 8 is I call this my guilt trip follow-up. This is the one that after 7 follow-ups, they usually shocks them into submission. Hi, Jane. I know life can be really hectic. I hope I'm not turning into a pest. I'm just trying to follow up and be present when you're ready. Let me know if I can help. That's the one that usually shocks them into, I'm so sorry I haven't followed up. These are all designed for you guys. There's psychology behind them. Just follow the system. Just follow the system. This is what your power hour looks like every day. You set up Teamzy, you come in, you connect with prospects, whoever's up next. Don't overthink it. Even if it's somebody you're like, I haven't talked to them since 1972. Send them a message. Connect with your customers, whoever's up next. Connect with your distributors, whoever's up next. As you uncover interest having these conversations, invite them, put them on your follow-ups list, then work the follow-ups list. Do it every day, 5 days a week. 5 days a week. That's it. We expect you to have a life. Your Teamzy goals are based on a 250-day year. So you get to take weekends, you get to have a vacation. Okay? But you need to be consistent. You need to be consistent. People that are using Teamzy actively right now are averaging 21 customers and 9 new reps every 90 days. Okay? That's what consistency looks like. Do you think if you ate well and exercised 30 minutes a day, you'd be in great shape if you did it for a year? That's what this is. It's not magic. It's about consistent connecting with relationships. But the cool thing is, because we're building relationships and we're building advocates, is that over time, you don't have to go beating the bushes for new people. Your team will start bringing people to you. Your customers will start bringing people to you. You will create an army of advocates that will sustain your business so that you won't be reaching burnout and wondering what's the new shiny object you need to chase 10 years into your business. Your business will be based on relationships and it will sustain itself. Does this make sense? Okay. Let's go ahead and take some questions. If you guys have some, I know we've been on a long time, but I'm happy to answer them. If you have questions, just unmute and go ahead and ask away, and hopefully it won't get too crazy.
Eric, just quickly, someone asked the Instagram question. Can you import your list from Instagram?
We have a lot of people use Instagram heavily, and Teamzy, obviously you log your Instagram messages in Teamzy just like anything else. Instagram does not export contacts for you like Facebook does. So to put your Instagram contacts into Teamzy, you got to kind of do them one at a time as you go. So what I recommend you do for you Instagram users is, as you're interacting with people on Instagram, put them in Teamzy. When you get a new follow on Instagram and you guys have had a little bit of a back and forth, put them in Teamzy. Okay. And then you can start nurturing that relationship. Or the other thing you can do is, you can set somebody. I always tease people, like, if you have like a teenager lying around that's needs something productive to do, needs to make $20, have them put it all on a list for you that imports into Teamzy, because Instagram doesn't have the export. But I think the best thing to do is just as you go, add people into Teamzy and start getting them in there. That makes sense. Facebook makes it easy because you can export the whole list, put them all in at once, which is kind of neat. Okay, what other questions do you guys have?
Hey, Eric, I was just wondering, is there any other way, like when you send someone an invite and they automatically go into your follow-up, or you can manually set them a follow-up? Is there any other way people end up in that list?
Any other way? I'm sorry, say that again, Adrian.
Is there any other way that people end up in your follow-up list other than going in there through an invite, or you manually putting them in there?
They cannot end up in there accidentally, but you can add people to your follow-ups list for other reasons.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like if I met you shopping today and we met and exchanged information, I put you in Teamzy, I probably would set a follow-up for you for tomorrow so that I could connect tomorrow and say, hey, it was great meeting you. And then then you're in my Teamzy flow, rather than putting you in Teamzy and connecting with you 6 months from now for the first time. So like, that's an example where I put you in my follow-ups list. If I woke up in the middle of the night and was like, oh my gosh, I need to talk to Sharon, I might throw her on my follow-ups list for the morning. Again, just so that I remember to send a connect to her. So there are other uses for the follow-ups. But what I want to make sure that you guys understand is that you don't have to set follow-ups just to stay in touch with people, because Teamzy automatically does that for you. So the follow-ups list needs to be real strategic for you. The follow-ups list, these are people that either there's a real reason why I need to talk to them today, or these are people who I'm following up on that are interested in the business that I am going to close. Make sense? So the rest of the day, I'm creating conversations. I'm making people's day. I'm building relationships. I'm building trust with people. But the way I look at it is this. It's real simple. Sorry, you scratch a preacher, you get a sermon. That's a saying, right? I'm not a preacher, but sometimes I feel like it. I'm a preacher for relationship marketing. Just remember, there's 3 types of people in the world. There are the people who are already reps on your team. There are people who are customers for you already. And there are people who are potential or actual advocates. That's it. There are no people that are not interested in my mind. They may not be interested in Juice Plus, but they're going to be so on fire for your mission and for the way you serve people that you'll get them looking for people who need you. They're going to go, so they need to know, hey, if you come across people with these problems who need help, I'm the person you need to connect them to. You put that in their minds and they will come across, hey, you need to talk to my friend Eric. He does this thing. He helps people like that. How many medications you're on? You need to talk to my friend Eric. You're going to educate people over time. You're going to share your passion. You're going to let them know what you do. You're going to let them know what you solve. How many of you know a good plumber? Anybody know a good plumber? Adrian knows a good plumber. So that's who you need to talk to if you need to find a good plumber. My point is this. If you know a good plumber and your neighbor has a plumbing issue, what do? You say, oh, I know a guy who's great at this. Let me give you his contact information. We'll get him over here to solve your problem. Because you know what problems a plumber solves. Maybe that wasn't the best example. Though, Juice Plus does solve that problem too, on a side note, for a lot of people. But my point is this: people need to know what problem you solve, so they know so that you're always on their mind as that person that they need to connect people to who they come across. Does this make sense? Okay.
Eric, another question that was a couple of different ways is, how do you create and save personalized scripts, or how do you alter your scripts to make them sound and keep them as saved?
Oh, that's easy. Yeah, let me show you that real quick. And I just remembered I need to give you guys some action steps too. Gosh. Okay, so when you go to scripts, see right here at the top where it says new script. You can create your own scripts, but let's say you want to take my script and save it. So let's just get one. So first, what you'll need to do is just copy it, okay? You can't change the system scripts because I didn't want you to accidentally erase them and then go, how do I get them back type thing. But you can copy it and then just create a new script, okay? And the new script title is called, I don't know, my new script. You want to title it something so you know what it is. Then you can paste mine in there. And you can save it however you want, okay? And then when you hit save changes, it will create this script. Now, before you save changes though, you need to put tags on. See where it says tags? If you don't put tags on, it's gonna be hard to find it. So let's say this is for prospects, okay, this script, and I want it to show up for Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and text, okay? So now when I save the changes, you can see there's my new script right there in my scripts line. It shows up at the top. You want to get rid of a script, you click on it, you hit the trash can. Again, you can't delete my scripts, but you can delete yours. Does that make sense? Now, a couple other cool thing about scripts that I love to do. So you guys will hear me if you go on if you watched any of my YouTube videos, you know the two things that I make fun of are calling people on the phone, because everybody hates when their phone rings unexpectedly. That doesn't mean I don't believe you should talk to people on the phone. I just think you should message them first and say, hey, let's jump on a phone call so we can talk, or jump on a Zoom so we can talk. But unexpectedly, everyone hates that. Have you noticed that? How many of you, when your phone rings, you look at it kind of like, who dares? who dare be calling me right now, right? It's so funny how that's changed. When I was a teenager, how many of you were teenagers who spent 3 hours a night on the phone talking to your friends? That's what we used to do. And now it's like, I have a teenager at home. I don't think he's ever had a phone call with a friend, ever. Not once. I mean, they're always texting and stuff, but Snapchatting each other, but I don't think they've ever had a phone call conversation. We call him and he's like, hi, we're your parents, come home. The other thing is email. Email is very ineffective because people don't see emails. When you do email marketing, like I do email marketing for my business, some of you who've been using Teamzy know, like I do this boot camp every quarter. For 10 days, I have to send like 100 emails because I know you'll read 2 of them. But email is really effective for communicating content, attachments, all that kind of stuff. So for example, I'm just telling you this story because this is a great way to use scripts. If I'm talking to Adrian about Juice Plus and I'm getting him on we're messaging, I say, hey man, he's interested. I say, let's jump on a Zoom so I can learn more about what your goals are, see if I can help you. We jump on a Zoom and we're having a conversation. I'm asking him questions. I'm taking notes. I'm finding out what he needs. And I tell him, I think Juice Plus is going to be a great match for you based on everything you told me. These are the products I recommend you start with. He's like, all right, great. Perfect. I'm going to send you an email right now, Adrian, with instructions on how to order your products and more information on them, so you can learn more about it as you go. It's perfect. I would have that email loaded up in Teamzy as a script with all the links that he needs. The ordering links, the instructions that I've put in there, the links to any Juice Plus corporate information I want him to have on the products, All of that is in that email, so that when I tell them I'm going to send that over to you right now and follow up with you tomorrow, I can go to Teamzy, hit script, send his email, it fires it off. It's all loaded. It takes me no prep work. People are blown away by that. They're like, wow, you're amazing. You just told me you're going to send that 2 minutes ago. Okay. Like, that's a great way. Like, I believe in email. If you're talking to somebody, say, I'm sending you an email right now, so that you're now getting the content we've been talking about. Does this make sense? Another little side note, I never send people information about the products or videos until they've already agreed to purchase it. Why is that? Because people don't buy products based on the information you send them. They buy products based on the trust you've built with them. Does this make sense? Everything that you want to send them, they could Google and get on Google. True? All the information, this is a little rant. You're going to get a few of these from me. All the other information, all that information for consumers is public now. They can find anything they want. See, sales, and people are still teaching sales the old school way, was where the salesperson controls the information, doles it out in order to help somebody make the decision or manipulate them into it. Now your customer has all the information at their fingertips. They have all the information about Juice Plus. They have all the information about every competitive product on the marketplace. What they need is a trusted advisor to help them make sense of it and to help them make the decision that's best for them. They need 82% of decisions are based on the recommendation of a friend. They need somebody who can say, I know there's all this information out here. Based on what you've told me about your life and your needs, I believe this is a perfect fit for these reasons. They need you to prescribe the solution for them. Does this make sense? Tomorrow's a medical doctor. Can you imagine if, I know you're not general practice, but let's pretend you were, and I called up your office and said, I don't feel well, I need to see the doctor. Can you imagine if the receptionist said, sure thing, but I'm going to send you some information now on all of our treatment schedules and medications that we prescribe. I'm going to send you over some videos. Why don't you take a look at that? And then when you get to the office, tell us what you're most interested in. Can you imagine? Doesn't that sound silly? That's what we do in our business though, isn't it? Oh yeah, I would like some more information on that. Great, I'm sending you over some. On what? How do I even know what you need? You need to talk more. You need to find out what their needs are. You got to find out what problems they need solved. You're in the problem solving business. You guys are consultants. I know I've been a business consultant for 16 years, so I naturally think this way. If you hired me to be a consultant in your business, I don't send you a bunch of stuff off the box of what you need to do to make your business better. I need to sit down and find out and listen to see what your needs are. What do you need? What's happening in your business now? What's going on with it? The same thing with you guys. You're selling juice. So tell me about your health. How do you feel? What's your nutrition look like now? Tell me about a day of eating. What's a typical day of eating for you? Are you exercising currently? What kind of exercise do you do? How often do you do it? Do you have any physical limitations? What's going on in your life? How are you feeling? Oh, you're on high blood pressure medication. How long have you been doing that? Just asking questions, finding out. Where do you feel, where do you feel you struggle the most? What do what are your goals? Like, what do you hope to achieve? Oh, you have a wedding coming up in 6 weeks. You want to lose 20 pounds. You want to feel great for your wedding. Great. That's good to know. Are those important things to know? Great. I can help you lose 20 pounds. We're going to get you some good nutrition. We're going to get you on the shred. Right? Are you guys with me? So important. I know this isn't Teamzy stuff. Teamzy's going to help you manage all this. You go into Teamzy every day, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, you're done. You can feel good that you've done what you need to do to build your business today. You can have that sense of completion. Did you recruit 10 reps today? Probably not, but you know you did what you needed to do to get that energy going in your business. Does that make sense? And then I want you guys to focus on you're going to create a lot of conversations. I want you to focus on the quality of the conversations. Ask questions, be interested, find out how can I help this person? How can I help this person? Does it make sense? And if you do this consistently, every month, you'll have a few conversions and your business will grow. And you'll have more people that are in the pipeline that are warming up over time. All right, let's see. Let's take a couple more questions and then I'll let you guys go back to your lives. Oh, wait, I got to give you your action steps. Here's your action steps real quick. Quick action steps. We already had this one. Next slide. if you haven't done it already, get your 30-day free trial started at teamzy.com. Okay. You can go to teamzy.com/JP is the Juice Plus landing page. Okay. Get your free trial started. It's 30 days for free. If you're already in a free trial, set up your subscription so you don't miss a beat. See, the way it works is if you don't set up a subscription after 30 days, it just shuts off. So you want to make sure you set that up so it keeps going. Juice Plus has partnered with us and negotiated a discount, a pretty hefty one. Okay. So ongoing subscription per month is $19.95 US per month. It's normally $29.99 US per month for everybody else. So you guys got a pretty nice discount. Again, that's US, so it'll convert each month a little bit. Okay. But that is less than 60 cents a day to have all this organization for you. Are you serious right now? It's amazing. Okay. So make sure you do that. Also, I recommend that when you do your 30-day trial, or maybe you just need to do a 30-day kind of blitz, get a success partner to do it with you. Okay. Just pick somebody. They just need to be somebody motivated. It doesn't matter what rank or whatever. Just, hey, let's do this together. Let's hold each other accountable to really participating in this for a month. Okay. And what I like to have you do is just take a screenshot of your Teamzy dashboard when you got your action steps done for the day. You get this little "you crushed it" message. Just screenshot that and send it to your, text it or message it over to your partner. Now, what'll happen is you won't do anything one day because life hit you and you're just like, oh my gosh. And then your partner will message over that completed dashboard and it'll give you a little kick in the pants because you will not want to let them down. And you'll remember Eric said, I could really just do this in 30 minutes. Let me just suck it up and do it. Grab your phone, bust out your messages, send that little screenshot back to your success partner, and go to bed a happy person. I can't even tell you how many times I got that message at like 10 p.m. and I hadn't done anything. And I'm like, shoot. My wife's like, what are you doing? Because my phone's on in bed. I go, I'm doing my power hour. I'll be done in 10 minutes. Because I couldn't stand it. I had to send it back. So do that. And then the last thing I'm going to do is give you a 5-day challenge. The 5-day challenge is this. I want you to connect with 100 people in 5 days. They need to be 5 days in a row. Why is this? That's 20 people a day. By the way, that's what I demonstrated today. You can do that. And it can be any mix of prospects, customers, and distributors. I don't care. I just want you to talk to 20 people a day for 5 straight days because it will blow your mind what happens. You will be completely overwhelmed with conversations, and I want you to feel how great that is. Okay? I want you to feel how great that is. That you can create that much momentum and conversations in 5 days of your business. Okay? You need to understand something. Successful people aren't less overwhelmed than you. They are just not overwhelmed with worry. They're overwhelmed with opportunity. They're overwhelmed with opportunity. See, I've been a pretty high performance person my whole career. And I always joke that it's like one breath shy of overwhelmed is where the sweet spot is. If you're sitting around with nothing happening, that's not gonna work for you. You need to create some momentum. So who's in for the 5-day challenge? Let me see hands. By the way, public accountability is such a strong motivator. You're being recorded. It's all good. 5-day challenge will blow your mind once you see what kind of momentum you have. And by the way, it's kind of hard to say. Like some of you guys, like I know Adrian's been using Teamzy now for a while. He's kind of been the team guinea pig, but he'll tell you like some of the responses you get, they make your day. Like you can't believe how you connect with people in a random way. And you're just going to be following the system. You're going to go, wow, this is amazing. This is really fulfilling. And it's going to build your business. So those are your action steps. Let's see, we'll take one more question and then we'll send you. Does anyone else have a burning question?
I have a question.
Hi, Jessica.
Hi. I did use Teamzy for a little while and then my life got in the way and I stopped. But I was thinking with the 5 stars and you've got your customer list, distributor list and prospect list.
Yeah.
If you didn't do your action steps, the hour of power for 1 day or 2 days, do those people who are on the top of the list, do they get bumped down or will they just sit there until you come back into it?
They just sit there until you come back into it.
Okay.
So, okay, this is a great question because I want you guys to understand this. This is my coaching for you. Don't worry about catch up. You don't have to catch up. Don't go on vacation and feel like, oh, I have to catch up. I have to connect with 100 people now. All you need to do is today's Power Hour. Think of it like exercise. How many of you are on a workout program? You have a goal of working out 3 to 5 times a week. Let me see your hands. If you had a crazy week and you didn't work out at all, would you do 6 workouts on Sunday? How many of you do 6 workouts on Sunday? No, I got a workout in. I feel good. That's the way I want you to look at your business. Okay. What can I do today? When I was getting ready to get married 11 years ago, my good friend Will, who's also a pastor, he married us. He took me on a hike. He was trying to help me be a good husband. He took me on a hike. We went up to the top of this mountain. We sat down. He's like, I want to talk to you about marriage. I said, great. He's somebody who'd been married 20 years. I couldn't wait to learn from him. He said, I want you to understand, Eric, marriage is not a lifetime commitment. What? What do you mean? He goes, it's not a lifetime commitment. He goes, people who make a lifetime commitment have failed marriages. He said, marriage is a today commitment. Marriage is a today commitment. You wake up in the morning, you pray to God, help me be the best husband I can be today. Tomorrow, wake up and do the same thing. That's how a marriage lasts forever. I said, wow, it's so amazing. And you know that principle, it applies to everything we do. Your business is a today commitment. We built Teamzy that way. You just got to get in there today. Okay? If you skipped last week, fine, just get in there today. It's a today commitment. Today I commit to building my business. You know, I didn't get into the My Why section of the training today because we didn't have time. I wish I could stay all day with you. But once you understand your why, it's in your face, then you have to, then it convicts you like, oh my gosh, do I want to commit to this why today, or do I want to stay stuck in my current reality? And the truth is you can't even stay stuck. You know, you're always moving. You're either growing or you're decaying. You don't even get to stay stuck. You're moving backwards or forwards. So you have to decide, what do I commit to today? It doesn't have to be a full-fledged power hour. Maybe I can get in there and connect with 3 people today. I can keep forward movement, just a little bit of forward movement today, but it's a daily commitment. So my encouragement to you, Jessica, is life got in the way. Life will always get in the way. You're a human being. We're gonna heap grace onto you. I want you to heap it onto yourself too. But what can you do today? Well, today is over for you. What can you do in the morning? You know, get in there and just connect with a few people. Just get started again. Just keep forward movement. I want you guys to think about, like, you're in a boat, right? You're in a boat and you're sailing against the current. This is your life. You're sailing against the current. Everybody's going that way, and you want to go this way. Some days you're going to make a lot of, but some days all you need to do is just keep one oar in the water so that you just keep moving upstream just a little bit. Okay? Just keep that movement going. After a while, it's going to be like you're on a speedboat because the momentum builds. It's hardest to start momentum. It's like, they launch rockets. They use these huge tanks of fuel to get a rocket into space, and then it floats forever, right? So my encouragement to you, just like Will encouraged me 11 years ago about my marriage, is it's a daily commitment. You just do it today. If you screwed up yesterday, you still have today. Okay? All right. I just want to say thank you all for having me. I actually feel pretty good considering how early it was. Birds are starting to sing now. But I hope this was helpful to you. I know we spent a lot of time. Those of you who are watching this on replay and you got to hear, you should get a medal. But hopefully it was really valuable for you. I've been thinking about this call all week, excited for it. I'm excited for what we're doing. I know a lot of you guys are in Australia. We've got people in the UK. Like, I hope this kind of sets off a revolution there for your businesses. And we can build this industry up with relationship marketing, having a system behind it. That's my goal for you. Obviously, we'd love to have you in our Teamzy family. Be honored to have your business, but even more so, be honored to have your testimony. I can't wait to hear your success stories. So thank you all for having me again. Thanks, Tamara, for organizing it. God bless you all. Hopefully I'll see some of you in Austin, because after how much fun we had in Sacramento, I'm definitely going to Austin. So take care, everybody. Have a great night. We'll talk to you soon.